Hello, everyone. This is Loot Smith, and you're watching the Enlightened, Empowered, and Evolved channel. And today I have a special guest with me, Mr. Ernesto Olivares. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, Brian. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. Today I just wanted to talk about positive attraction and positive thinking and success and just anything to do with that subject for our viewers. And I want you to tell me what you think about positive attraction and universal law or just whatever.
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank you for inviting me onto your show. I think this is an excellent forum to not only educate people, but at the same time share something that we all know is true. It's universal. One of the things I really want to start off with is it's been a long time coming. We've talked about doing this probably maybe the past 6 months to a year.
Yes, that's
And,
right.
and I think, again, it's a perfect forum and an opportunity to really, again, educate people and let them know what we're talking about.
Yes.
Um, I constantly tell my daughter that the two hardest things in life are learning how to ask for things and also showing gratitude. A lot of times in life, we think we know how to ask for things, and we think that the simple act of thanking is enough for the universe, and that's not even close to what we need to do to actually engage the universe in the law of attraction. The the simple ritual of praying, of asking, of meditating, and asking of the universe is a natural thing. We do it from the onset of our birth. We we engage with our mother. She understands. We cry. We're given things, but it's never evolved from there. And the second part of it is the act of gratitude. A lot of us confuse gratitude with thanks, and thanks is for me, I look at it as a noun. There's no action to it. It's a word. Again, I thanked you for coming onto the show, um, but again, there's going to be uh, gratitude that's going to be um, shown. It's an action word. It's not something that's stagnant. It's something that again you truly give thanks through the action of gratitude. So
And by the way, I thank you for coming on my show.
I'm honored and privileged, and I'm really excited. I'm kind of stumbling through my words a little bit right now, but
No, you're doing just great. I mean, I always enjoy talking to you whenever I get a chance to talk to you. You always enlighten me to some things that I already knew, but a lot of what I didn't know. And now I know because of speaking with you.
well, that's
And
part of
that's why I asked you to come on here and talk and educate and enlighten and you know entertain as well the viewers out there. My viewers, my loyal viewers that I appreciate. So as you were saying,
as I was saying, the phenomena of being able to come into this world and being connected to it and using your mind, your body, your soul, and your essence to ask the universe uh, things. Again, it's natural. It's built into us, and along the way, what happens is society, even our friends and our family, convince us not to do certain things, not to ask of the universe. You hear a lot of this. Uh, the word is it's fatalism. It's people telling you don't do that. You can't do that. You're not supposed to do that. Why are you thinking about starting up a business? And it's all that negative energy that people at a certain point in their life they start to engage it. They start to believe it. They won't pull out of that shell. And again, most of us become enlightened, and then we go back to knowing how to ask of the universe. And a lot of times we get to that first stage of asking, but we never get to that second stage of showing gratitude. And the universe, God, the cosmos, supreme being, whatever you believe in, they understand that and they want you to engage them in showing that gratitude. If you don't show that gratitude, then there's disbalance in your life. You've learned to ask for something and you become good at asking for it, and the universe continues to give and give and give, but there's no balance. There's no reciprocal action. There's no you giving back to the universe. You mentioned right now, this form. This form is a way of us showing gratitude for us understanding how to ask for things, and now we're giving that back to your audience so
Yes.
that they can start that process. The amount of items, things, materialism, whatever you want to call it, it's not a bad thing. It's it's infinite. The universe will continue to give you and give you and give you, and the laws of scarcity do not apply here. There is enough for everyone, just as long as you know how to ask for it. And again, that second part of gratitude is very important. You see a lot of people that gain success. I mean, they're very successful, rock stars, uh, millionaires. You get again,
Just entrepreneurs, everybody. Yeah.
everybody. But then you hear tragedies. The drug overdose. Um, you know, sudden death.
Yeah, I see what you're getting to. I see what you're getting to. There's an imbalance there. They might have attracted some wealth, but there's some kind of imbalance there. Is that what?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
that the harmony in their life is been again. It's a the old adage of when people say be careful of what you ask for. You hear that a lot of times because you just might get it. But it's
Yes.
not the act of you getting it; it's the act of you not knowing how to show gratitude for what you got. Because even whether it's exactly the way you ask for it or sort of the way you ask for it, you still need to show gratitude. Because even if it's a bad experience, we've all been through those events where we believe it's a bad experience, but it's a learning opportunity for us. It refines our ability to ask for things exactly the way we need them in our life. And again, it's
That's wonderful.
yeah, that gratitude keeps us in balance. It's the harmony of the universe, of our life. To a certain extent, I look at the at the universe, the cosmos, and the supreme being as almost being female in nature, because she likes not only to give and to nurture, but she also likes it in return. She likes us to show that gratitude, not just to take and not to what's the word I'm looking for? It we can't abuse it. We can't. We need again that gratitude is essential in making sure that balance
Yeah, balance.
occurs.
Yes.
And I'm sure you've seen it. Maybe in your own personal life where it seems like if everything's going right, and um, and then there's a sudden change, and that change, then we get caught off guard and we're asking ourselves, what happened? Everything seemed to be perfect.
Yeah, because of speaking to people like yourself and educating myself through books, I'm I have hindsight now, and I'm more aware of the obstacles and the challenges that I've had in life, why they did occur. We all will have obstacles, but I understand why certain things didn't happen the way I wanted them to, and now a lot more because I knew I had to think back to what was I thinking, what was I saying at that time,
Correct.
and 9 times out of 10 I was saying things and thinking things that were manifesting uh, unwanted things into my life, and I might have been thinking the right way, but like you said, I wasn't expressing the gratitude or trying to pour give back, to people, to the universe, to God. So something was always off, and I'm beginning now to fine tune myself to where I can see things happening for the best and happening better and improving. So, and manifesting, a lot of what I want in my life versus what I don't want. So,
And sometimes,
what you
again,
said.
the issue isn't whether we should be getting only good things in our life.
Yes,
Again,
yes,
it's
you're
a
right.
balance.
It's a balance.
It's how you interpret it. Even the things that may appear to be negative in nature are opportunities for learning. They build character. A lot of times people say, I hit rock bottom. Well, there's nothing wrong with hitting rock bottom as long
Yes.
as you learn how to dust yourself
Self
off,
off, yeah.
and you get back on the saddle and you try. And
Yes.
again, you perfect your art of learning how to ask for things.
Yes.
Could you imagine a world where everything's perfect? It'd be boring. You'd wake up in the morning, you'd have a perfect cup of coffee, you'd have a perfect cup of or perfect breakfast. Your day at work would be perfect. You'd come home, perfection.
No learning, no challenges.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And
So,
that's what I was going to get at. You brought up a point where you have hindsight, but I think not only as we travel through this experience known as life, we not only perfect our hindsight, but we perfect foresight. We start to tune in more to the universe. I am caught off guard constantly with when I do open myself up to the universe, the messages that I get. And a lot of people look at it as serendipitous or
you received a message today.
I received a message today, and if you could read it for me,
It's what you were talking about. You were having a conversation about what you were telling a friend of yours.
correct.
And
About surrendering and understanding that when you surrender yourself to the universe, to God, to the cosmos, to a supreme being, you will become connected. And it's a matter of just opening your eyes, your ears, your soul, and being surrendering enough to welcome that information. So I started off by saying, there's two things that I want my daughter, and hopefully she'll watch this video, and her friends will watch it, is that if she doesn't learn anything else from me in my time with her on Earth, because I know I'll see her in the afterlife, is I want her to really understand how to ask for things and really, really understand the art and the perfection of, of showing gratitude.
gratitude, yes.
And so I was given this book. It's called Grace for the Moment. It's by Max Lucado. And I opened up the book, and I opened it up to this passage, and it's a passage from it's scripture, and it's from Philippians 4:6. But if you could read that.
Yes. It says here, pray and ask God for everything you need, always giving thanks.
So that's exactly what.
And that's what you were talking about to her prior to getting this book.
Correct, and it's.
And then you opened up the page and that's what you saw.
Correct, and it reaffirms the fact that not only do it is it.
I think there's a caller calling into the show, but they'll have to wait.
You don't want to take a live caller on the show today? Maybe next week.
No,
Right?
maybe next week.
Okay. So again, it's an issue of when you open yourself up to the universe. Again, you're 100% correct in that you'll tune into more of your hindsight, but you'll also see your foresight. You'll be able to connect with people, with the universe, with the written word, with the spoken word. People will give you messages,
Yes.
and it's just a matter of whether you're open to really
To receive
it. It's just like right now, you have thousands of viewers, and some of them are probably rolling their eyes and saying, well, who are these two guys?
Yeah.
Why are they telling me these things?
Yeah.
They're crackpots, and the other people are saying, well, they understand. They're open to
They
these.
open themselves up to receiving at least give the information a chance, like, or they're already in tune with similar information that they've already gotten, and we're speaking on that, and they're
Correct.
already,
And
so they know that what you're saying it makes sense and it's valid.
And we're paying it forward. We've learned this art of asking for things and showing gratitude. And now we're paying it forward to each and every one of you. And it's just a matter of whether you're willing to to open your eyes and your ears and your and receive it. And again, be inquisitive about your universe. Be inquisitive about what surrounds you. Research it, understand it, see how it applies to you and your daily life, and how you can it's like exercising. When you first when you first start, you don't want to do it, right? Usually, most people don't want to exercise. But once you start to exercise, it hurts. Your muscles get sore,
Yeah.
and sometimes you go through stretches where you don't exercise, but you always come back to it. And it's the
Yes.
same thing with the law of attraction. The law of attraction, it's good for you.
It's good for you,
It's
yeah.
it's always there. It's nice to be given things.
Yes.
It's nice to show gratitude. To have that harmony, and for those of us who have relationships, it's nice to come home, and you're thinking during the course of your day, the hard day at work, hey, it would be nice to have a certain meal prepared for me, and guess what?
It's there.
It's there. And the beauty of it is being able to show gratitude to that person, that that the universe was in tune with you, and that person was in tune with you, and you received it.
Yes. And yeah, what you're saying, I totally agree with. And we can sit here. I know that you, of all people, will educate us all day long. There's not enough time on for this video to listen to you. So we're gonna have to have segment 2, part 3, chapter 4 on
I'd,
speaking with
I'd love to
Ernesto.
I'd love to be invited again to the show, and really talk to you about another thing that is very important to me, and it again, I opened my eyes and my ears to something, and it's the black experience in Mexico,
Oh, okay.
and in Veracruz in particular. The first black national hero anywhere in the Americas was in the state of Veracruz, Mexico. And these things are it's a tragedy, and it's sad that the history books don't give us that portion of our history. It is our history. You don't have to be black in order for it to be your history,
Yes.
because we all shared in the experience. And the gentleman's name is, I'll give a little segue or a little tidbit here, is his name is Gaspar de Yanga.
Okay.
And again,
You talked to me about him
yeah,
before too.
and he was from Western Africa, and he was part of the royalty, and he was brought into slavery. And for most of you out there, most people don't realize that the African experience, and in particular the slave experience in Mexico or in Latin America, started and ended before it even started here in the United States.
Mm.
And the whole evolution of that was completely different than what occurred here in the United States. But again, that's probably enough
Yes.
of an
Not
entry.
not only is he a philosopher, but he is a historian, as you can see. Uh, Basically, we just played a game of 21, and he beat me 21 to nothing because I didn't really have to say anything. I mean, he hit me from the outside like Stephen Curry, 3-pointers, slam dunks, whatnot. And what can I say behind that? I appreciate you coming
Oh, it's
on,
my pleasure. Thank you,
and
Brian. It's
I
again.
hope
I'm
I
looking.
hope you all enjoy. Oh, excuse me.
No, I was just saying. I hope again I can come back onto your show, and maybe we will get some live callers, and we'll take some.
Yes, yeah, we'll have to set it up where we have a phone number, a toll-free number. Well, everything's toll-free now. You call from your cell phone, you don't get charged. But we have to set it up in the future where callers can call in and actually talk to us, and I'll schedule a certain time during the week where they know between this time, and tell them the time zone between this time and this time they can call in and give us
Questions.
some questions or some insight. Maybe they can tell us something, and we can say it on here on the video live. So Again, I appreciate you.
My pleasure.
And I thank you for enlightening me as well as everybody else. And I send you I send you thoughts of happiness, wealth, great health, and may you manifest everything that you desire in your life.
Thank you very much, Brian.
And thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedule to tune in. Thank you.